Today, on Starfield Essentials, I review another paid creation. This is More Staryards by TheMilkArtist. It costs 700 credits on creations. I'll give an overview of the mod, warnings, and my conclusion. My name is Richard. Let's get started. Overview. This creation adds 13 new star stations to the game. They are all vendors who sell ship parts. These are vendors whose ship parts are offered by shipbuilders, but who otherwise do not have a presence in the game. You can see these 13 vendors listed at the Starfield Wiki. Dunn, for example, manufactures spaceship engines and reactors. There's a 14th vendor, Slayton Aerospace, who makes grav drives and engines. However, the game already has a presence for them on Neon, which you encounter in the All That Money Can Buy quest. That's how you get access to the somewhat overrated SAL 6830 engines. If you want a quest to acquire those engines but don't want to complete All That Money Can Buy, try the free Slayton Solution mod by xtcrefugee. It's available on Creations and Nexus mods. Back to More Staryards. In brief, this mod doesn't add new equipment to the game. Instead, it adds a specific home for each of the 13 other ship parts vendors. Here is a summary. I found a slate listing all of these locations in the Aquila City Consulate building in Aquila City. These new locations were not really why I looked at More Staryards. I was interested in the new quests associated with each shipyard. In this section, I'll visit each Staryard to show the NPC who offers the quest, and I'll say what it is with a little preview. Skip to the next section if you don't want to see these previews. First is Amun Dunn, where I met Jorah Quinn, voice acted by Tiffany Oliver.
Welcome to Amun Dunn. How can we help you today? Absolutely. Fire away.
She asked me to go to Neon to recover a missing shipment of Tayo gaskets. Next, at Ballistic Solutions, I met Kyra Vex, also voice acted by Tiffany Oliver.
Welcome in. Oh, you know, just a creepy, muffled distress signal from an alien planet.
She asked me to investigate a mysterious signal on Beta Ternion 1. Turns out this is an excuse to visit the Reliant Medical Organics Lab. This example demonstrates one of the benefits of More Staryards. It sends you to locations that are already in the game, but perhaps you have not yet seen them. I call these directed POI missions in this video. At Deep Core, I met Marla Chorus, voice acted by Autumn Hawley.
Welcome to Deep Core. How can we help today? Sure, the rooms are self-serve for our customers. We only ask you don't completely trash the place.
She asked me to check out the hotel rooms visited by recent guests. At Dogstar, I met Rex Gallen, voice acted by Mike Payne.
How's it going? You got it, boss. Ah, the Dogstar Staryard. We're the big dogs out here, keeping ships tough and ready.
He asked me to find a thief who had a fuel tank installed and then left without paying. For this quest, I had to search the thief's room on the star station and then follow an investigative lead. This brought me to the Almagest, an abandoned zero-G casino in orbit around Nisoi. This was my second directed POI mission. At Horizon Defense, I met Orion Vasquez, voice acted by Austin Govias.
Welcome to Horizon. Ask away. Welcome to Horizon Defense, where firepower is our specialty.
He asked me to locate a weapons shipment. It was located on the Colander, an abandoned research ship in orbit around Schrodinger 3. This was my third directed POI mission. At Light Scythe, I met Cass Redford, voice acted by Autumn Hawley.
Good to see you. Sure, what do you want to know? Welcome to Lightside, where firepower meets finesse. We don't just make weapon modules. We craft precision tools designed to hit where it hurts.
She asked me to investigate a missing resource supplier at the meteorite testing site on Hyla 2A. This was my fourth directed POI mission. The meteorite testing site was obscure, but unremarkable. The next quest was my favorite in this creation. I started at Nautilus, where I met Martin Sale, voice acted by John White.
Hello and welcome. I will do my best to answer any questions you have.
He did not offer a quest via dialogue. I had to start by reading the slate on Martin's desk. That sent me to Aquila City to meet Tarek Mathis at the Aquila City Consulate. Tarek Mathis was voice acted by Austin Govias.
Welcome. Please, take a seat. Ah, a trusted freelancer. We're facing a threat to our trade routes, one that could disrupt our very supply chain.
Tarek wanted me to investigate the failures of Nautilus and Protectorate modules. He suspected sabotage. Tarek sent me to the Protectorate Star Yard, where I met Vera Holt. She was voice acted by Autumn Hawley.
Hey, welcome in. Fantastic. I heard they were sending someone soon. How can I aid in your investigation?
Vera answered my questions and sent me back to Nautilus.
Right, good to see you. I did some digging while I waited for a representative to show up. I don't know if I uncovered anything useful to your investigation, though.
This time I was acting as an investigator. After Martin provided the names of 3 suspects, I returned to Aquila City to share my findings with Tarek Mathis and close the investigation. I liked this quest because it had several stages and locations, and no fighting. Next, I visited Panoptes, where I encountered Cyrus Faraday, voice acted by Charles Vaux.
Welcome back. I will answer any question I can, my friend. This is more than just a star yard. It's the heartbeat of deep space logistics.
He sent me to Mars to recover 3 microcells from the Mars mech factory. This was my 5th directed POI mission. After that, I traveled to Reladyne, where I met Dax Reiner, voice acted by Jim B.
Welcome to Reladyne. Sure thing, fire away. Reladyne Star Yard is where engine building becomes an art. We may only make engines, but they're engines with a reputation. Reliable, powerful, and designed to push the boundaries of what a ship can do.
He sent me to the Neurodyne Botany Laboratory on Beta Marie 1 to destroy a biofuel supply. This was my 6th directed POI mission. I thought it was clever to link a manufacturer named Reladyne to a facility called Neurodyne. Now it was time to visit Sextant Shield Systems, where I found Arlo Meridian, voice acted by John White.
Hello and welcome. Well, hopefully I can answer them for you. This is Sextant Shield Systems Star Yard, where we treat shields like life insurance.
Arlo wanted me to visit the Sonder space station in orbit around Vessel 2 and clean up any mistakes. This was my 7th directed POI mission. With only 2 locations to go, I visited Shinigami next. Here, Yuki Tanaka was waiting. She was voice acted by Tiffany Oliver.
Hi there. I'll do my best. Shinigami is more than just a weapons manufacturer. It's a tradition. Our engineers design with precision, power, and a touch of elegance. Every weapon, whether it's mounted on a ship or held in your hand, is crafted to make a statement and bring an edge to any fight.
Yuki asked me to check out the Six Sisters mining operation on Bindi. This was my 8th directed POI mission. My last star station was Xiang, hosted by Wei Jun. He was voice acted by Dylan Teeter.
Welcome to Xiang. I can help with that. We don't dabble in every module out there. We focus on one thing and make it the best. Reactors. If your ship's power core isn't up to Xiang's standards, you're not reaching full potential.
Wei asked me to visit Safe House Gamma on Andromas 2. One of Xiang's former employees stole technology, and Wei wanted me to find him. This was my 9th and last directed POI mission. It took me about 3 hours to complete all 12 of these missions. Next, warnings. I have 4 warnings for this creation. First, when I tried to do the Sextant Shield Systems quest at the Sonder, it was broken. There was a problem with the quest marker. I was not able to fulfill the quest conditions, so it's stuck in my mission list. I can't reject it either. At some point, I may try to clear it using console commands. Second, although More Staryards adds star stations and quests, it does not add ship modules. I think some people might assume this would be the case. However, you can find all of the ship parts elsewhere in the vanilla game. The advantage of More Staryards is that now every manufacturer has an in-game presence. Third, all of the star stations are functionally equivalent and in many ways visually similar. This is probably a limitation of the assets with which TheMilkArtist had to work. Most of the star stations have 3 floors, with not a lot to differentiate them. I did note that music was playing when I arrived at the Dogstar facility. It would have been fun to have had a little more variety in the star stations. Imagine if one of the stations had been taken over by an enemy faction, and clearing them was the quest for that facility. My last concern is minor. When I retrieved the Varun scriptures for the Deep Core quest, Marla told me that I could keep the contraband.
You hold on to those writings. Be careful, though. It could be flagged as contraband in most major ports.
However, they disappeared from my inventory after speaking with her. Weird. And finally, conclusion. There's a lot to like in this creation. I thought the NPC design, voice acting, and dialogue were excellent. The integration with Starfield lore was spot on, and adding these facilities filled gaps in the settled systems economy. Being able to see 13 new star stations scattered across the map helps justify why it was a good idea for Starfield to have 120 star systems. My favorite quest was the one involving sabotage of Aquila City shipping. It integrated 2 star stations and did not require any combat. The question is, should you pay 700 credits for this creation? I think it's a little overpriced. Some of you would probably advocate paying something like 400 credits, but I would go as high as 500 credits. I did get 3 hours of play from this creation. Maybe it would be worth keeping an eye open for a sale. I think if TheMilkArtist added a little bit more of this creation, I could justify a higher price. Maybe add rescuing a hostage from a station or delivering goods to a station would be useful additions, beyond the clearing mission I mentioned earlier. I think if you're going to add star stations, they should be more of the focus. Thank you, TheMilkArtist, for your work. And thank you to all my subscribers. Please consider subscribing to show YouTube that you enjoy positive and honest Starfield content. Special thanks to all channel members. I hope you're enjoying our private Discord server. If you'd like to know more about membership, click the join button on the channel. There is no obligation. I use your contributions to pay for drives for capturing footage and to buy creations like More Staryards to review. Staryards, I said that kind of odd. I'm from Boston. It should be Staryards. What have you been doing in Starfield? Your insights make this channel a place for positive and honest discussion of the game. In addition to videos, I also post to the community tab for this channel on a daily basis. If you subscribe, you'll see these posts in your YouTube feed. If you made it to this part of the video, please leave a comment with the word Staryard, and feel free to use as many R's or Ahs as you'd like. Also, remember to ring the bell icon and select all notifications. Check out my other videos, and please tell your friends about the channel. My name is Richard. I will see you in the Starfield.